Not content to wage just his own fight with cancer, a 14-year-old from Cary is helping others battle the disease as well. His
doctors call him an inspiration. So does his mom, who is also facing a battle of her own. CBS North Carolina's Megan Newland has their story.
They share the same sparkling eyes, the same easy smile.
I'm always there if he needs a hug.
And like any mother's would, Debbie Paris's heart hurt when 7 years ago, doctors diagnosed her son Josh with cancer.
The world is still turning, but for you, your world has just kind of fallen apart.
The Paris family spent much of the next several years at Duke Hospital. Through chemotherapy and surgeries, good days and terrifying ones, Josh's parents and brother fought beside him.
Mom stayed here with me the whole time. She read to me, she snuggled me when I wasn't feeling well.
They taught him to stay hopeful, and Josh often spent his days encouraging other kids with cancer.
It's scary.
There's always people who have a worse situation than you.
If there was something he could do to bring a smile to someone, he would do it. And I think as a parent, that makes you so proud.
Josh is now headed toward health. He is just 1 year away from being considered cured, but his family's fight isn't over. He is now watching his mother battle a brain tumor.
I know that Mom's strong, although still having cancer, that's something I wouldn't wish on anyone because it's horrible.
But he knows exactly what to do. After all, he's been there.
I help make her breakfast in the morning so that she can sleep in, because one thing that I know, when you're on chemo and everything, you sleep.
I've been able to tell him, I know how to wake up every morning and smile and do my exercises because I watched you do it for 4 years.
They make the most of every day, every moment.
I've now had 18 months
of hugs.
Lots of hugs.
And of all the things they share, perhaps their attitude is the most important.
Don't give up. Like whatever you're going through, just never give up. Things can get better, they will get better, and as long as you have hope, that's the best you can do.
It's a lesson he learned from his mom.
He's a pretty cool kid.
Maggie Newland, CBS North Carolina.
We're about to introduce you to the Alexanders. They've been through something that many of us can't even imagine, the loss of a child.
But as CBS 17's Maggie Newland shows us, they turn their grief into a comfort for other families that are going through the same thing. Now, a warning before we go forward, the story may be difficult for some viewers.
That was like the hat that someone made.
A precious box of memories, blankets and hats, hand and footprints, kept and treasured.
We were over the moon to find out that we were having another baby.
When their daughter was 2, Jennifer and Haywood Alexander learned they were expecting a baby boy.
You think about having a boy and a girl, a perfect little family and all that, so it was incredibly exciting.
I had a lot of fun, picking out all of the bibs and burp cloths, and I think I was the most prepared mother in Raleigh.
They named their son Griffin and were ready to meet him. At 38 weeks pregnant, Jennifer thought labor was beginning, but quickly realized something was wrong. When they got to the hospital,
we found out that he no longer had a heartbeat. I just pray that it was a nightmare.
Although Griffin was stillborn,
it's the most beautiful baby boy I've ever seen. He was perfect and beautiful in every way. We had 24 hours to spend with our son, and it's never enough time.
But they treasured every moment of those 24 hours.
I promised him when we said goodbye that we'd be parents that he'd be proud of, and his life did have purpose, it does have purpose, and that purpose is to be there for other families.
That's why the Alexanders donated a cuddle cot to WakeMed in Griffin's name. It gives families more time to spend with babies who've passed away.
Cuddle cots are cooling bassinets that families can keep at the bedside. It gives them more time to create those memories.
And although the Alexanders left the hospital with a box of mementos without their son, he is never far from their thoughts. Their daughter and younger son will always know their brother.
She never knew him or never met him. She keeps his memory alive.
I include him in my prayers.
He'll always be a part of our family, and I feel like there's some things that death just can't take away.
And Sunday would have been Griffin's 5th birthday. Jennifer and Haywood say the nurses and doctors at WakeMed were so kind and caring. It gave them comfort during such a terrible time, and they hope their gift of the cuddle cot can give other families a little bit of comfort. It's something you hope you never need, but if you do.
Man, it's heartbreaking, but to see them do something like this, amazing.
Yeah, thanks to them for sharing their story. Well, still.
It's something the families can do together, painting and then hunting message rocks, very popular right now.
Yeah, but one local mom is on a special mission to provide comfort and cheer to people during what could be the darkest times of their lives. CBS 17's Maggie Newland has this mom's message and mission.
Brightly colored rocks fill Ashley Linden's kitchen table.
We do it just to make others smile, but it keeps us close as a family because this is a huge family project.
She and her children paint the rocks with messages of hope and strength and hide them at local cancer centers.
It just started with one rock, and we placed it outside the chemo clinic.
She asks those who find the rocks to share their stories on Facebook, and she shares hers.
People with cancer get each other differently, and they understand what you're going through, and no one else will understand unless you've gone through it.
Diagnosed with neuroendocrine cancer in 2014, she went through multiple surgeries and 9 different chemotherapies.
It was pretty hard. It was some dark, dark days.
The treatments didn't work. Ashley is now in hospice care, although there are difficult things to think about.
My kids. And going on hospice and losing them.
She remains focused on the good.
Just making memories right now. That's what it's all about right now.
She's my biggest inspiration. She's been there for me my entire life and has helped me through a lot.
Now her children find joy in a difficult time, helping their mom spread her message.
It's kind of like even my legacy, leaving my legacy for them to help and help others. And they realize what they do and some of the smiles that they get to see from just painting the rock.
And they really do make a difference. Now, Ashley says some of her rocks are making their way around the country, one all the way to Hawaii. She says that really means a lot because she always wanted to go to Hawaii but never got the chance. And if y'all want to follow the journey of the rocks, we have a link on our Facebook page to Ashley's Facebook page.
Tough story to tell, Maggie.
It's really tough, but
Thank
she
you.
is an inspiration.
Yeah, she definitely is, Maggie. Thank you.